The Bloodline Feud by Charles Stross, including The Family Trade and The Hidden Family, read by Kate Redding.
The Family Trade, Book 1 of The Merchant Princes, by Charles Stross. Read for you by Kate Redding. For Steve and Jenny Glover. Part 1. Pink Slip. Weatherman. 10.5 hours before a mounted knight with a machine gun tried to kill her, tech journalist Miriam Beckstein lost her job. Before the day was out, her pink slip would set in train a chain of events that would topple governments, trigger civil wars, and kill thousands. It would be the biggest scoop in her career, in any journalist's career. Bigger than Watergate, bigger than 9/11, and it would be Miriam's story. But as of 7 o'clock in the morning, the story lay in her future. All she knew was that it was a rainy Monday morning in October, she had a job to do and copy to write, and there was an editorial meeting scheduled for 10. The sky was the color of a dead laptop display, silver gray and full of rain. Miriam yawned and came awake to the Monday morning babble of the anchorman on her alarm radio. Bombing continues in Afghanistan. Meanwhile, in business news, the markets are down 47 points on the word that Cisco is laying off another 3,000 employees, announced the anchor. Ever since 9/11, coming on top of the collapse of the .com sector, their biggest customers are hunkering down. Tom, how does it look from where you're sitting? Shut up, she mumbled, and killed the volume. I don't want to hear this. Most of the tech sector was taking a beating, which in turn meant that the industry weatherman's readers, venture capitalists and high-tech entrepreneurs, along with the wannabe day traders, would be taking a beating. Her own beat, the biotech firms, were solid, but the collapsing internet sector was making waves. If something didn't happen to relieve the plummeting circulation figures soon, there would be trouble. Trouble. Monday. I'll give you trouble, she muttered, face forming a grin that might have frightened some of those readers had they been able to see it. Trouble is my middle name. And trouble was good news for a senior reporter on the industry weatherman. She slid into her bathrobe, shivering at the cold fabric, then shuffled along stripped pine boards to the bathroom for morning ablutions and 2 minutes with the electric toothbrush. Standing before the bathroom mirror under the merciless glare of the spotlights, she shivered at what she saw in it. Every minute of her 32 years, in unforgiving detail. Abolish Monday mornings and Friday afternoons, she muttered grimly, as she tried to brush some life into her shoulder-length hair, which was stubbornly black and locked in a vicious rearguard action against the ochre highlights she bombarded it with on a weekly basis. Giving up after a couple of minutes, she fled downstairs to the kitchen. The kitchen was a bright shade of yellow, cozy and immune to the gloom of autumn mornings. Relieved, Miriam switched on the coffee percolator and made herself a bowl of granola, what Ben had always called her rabbit food breakfast. Back upstairs, fortified by an unfeasibly large mug of coffee, she had to work out what to wear. She dived into her closet and found herself using her teeth to tear the plastic bag off one of the 3 suits she'd had dry cleaned on Friday, only to discover it was her black formal interview affair, not at all the right thing for a rainy Monday pounding the streets, or at least doing telephone interviews from a cubicle in the office. She started again and finally managed to put together an outfit.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?